You're watching Pedestal by Ashley Sargeant Hagan. Chapter 14. She left. The day she left, the temperature dropped, as if she had taken the summer with her. They had promised to email each other. They had promised to call, but the emptiness was overwhelming. Edwin was still in bed when Philip stopped by. He grumbled out to the kitchen in his robe and drank his tea with a scowl on his face. "I told you so," that's what he's going to say. "Well," Philip began. Edwin literally growled at him. "It's not my fault you started a relationship with someone from another country," his friend argued. Edwin stared sullenly out of the window. The sky seemed whitewashed, and the fog hung heavily over the grass, as if it, too, was having a hard time rising. "Can't clear my head." "Look," Philip said, "there's something I wanted to ask you about. Remember when you were at Kensington?" Edwin forced himself to look his way, but said nothing. "There was a bomb threat nearby. Same day, remember?" "Yes." "Well, interestingly enough," Philip said, scratching his head, "it was the same guy." "I know, Jen mentioned it." "Ahmet Tastan, from Kara Inci," Philip continued as if he hadn't heard him. "Someone tried to kill him again. This time it was with a bomb. And it failed again." "Yes, it failed." "I had tea with him yesterday," announced Edwin suddenly, hoping to catch his friend off guard. "It worked." "You did?" "Yes, at the museum. I happened to be there." "What did he say?" asked Philip. "He talked about raising his brother's children and carrying on his father's legacy." Philip nodded. "I hope he gets the opportunity," he said. "I hope he's safer at home. I suppose he told you he was leaving the country last night." "He never mentioned it," Edwin said, glancing at his friend. "Why do I feel scrutinized?" "What are you trying to say?" he asked. "I don't know," Philip replied. "I guess I'm thinking that it sounds rather coincidental. Adriana shows up. What could Adriana have to do with it?" Edwin snapped. "I hate him. She shows up and there are 2 attempts on this guy's life. Then he leaves, and lo and behold, she leaves too, before she planned to. I might add, maybe it's just a coincidence, but of course it's a coincidence. What else could it be? I don't hate him, but I really, really despise him." Philip sat at the table, chin in hand, with a puzzled look on his face. "I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, though. You have to admit that." Edwin did admit it, but not aloud. She was a mysterious woman, but surely she couldn't hide that. If she were the type of woman who kills oil magnates, wouldn't it be obvious? Wouldn't there be some sign, some warning? Or is she a fantastic actress? "No, I won't let you in my head, Philip." He closed his eyes and conjured up the image of Adriana coming toward him in the cradle walk. Once again, he caught her in his arms and kissed her. "No, she's not a killer. She's perfect." "I had dinner with my parents tonight," Edwin told Adriana. He had used all restraint and waited to call her until her second day home. "Please give them my regards," she replied. "I wish you could tell them in person." There was silence on the other end of the phone. "Stupid, don't make her feel guilty for leaving." "I forgot to tell you," he said, changing the subject. "I spoke with Mr. Tastan the other day, at the museum after you left." "Oh," she said, surprised. "What did you talk about?" "Life, death, not being afraid. He's a remarkable man. He made quite an impression on me, if he's all he says he is." "I see." "I can't help wondering why someone's trying to kill him. It's none of our concern, is it?" "No? His would-be killer fell at my feet. How can it not be my concern?" Adriana sighed. "Why should I care about Mr. Tastan?" "I don't know," said Edwin, somewhat crestfallen. "I thought you'd want to help me solve the mystery." "This is real life, Edwin. It's dangerous to get involved in things that we know so little about. It's safer to stay out of it. Besides," she went on, "I don't have time to worry about a Turkish man with a death threat." "Back to work, right?" "Yes." She paused. "Now that I'm home, I won't have much time for, well, I just need to concentrate on my work, not be distracted, you know? I hope you won't be offended if I'm not always available. No, of course not, Edwin lied. You have a job to do. Friendship only. Again.